How are we doing today, everybody? Today I am going to be doing a review on the Steinhart Ocean 1 Black. This one does have this ceramic bezel. I'm not only going to do a review on the watch itself, but just on the overall time and the location that the watch was shipped to me, just so you kind of know how much or how long it takes to receive the watch. Also, just general information on the watch and what my overall honest opinion is of the watch. So first of all, I ordered this, I guess it was about mid-December. I did not receive the watch probably until late January. There was a holiday at Steinhart, so a lot of the workers weren't working for quite a bit of time. So that was part of the reason why it took me so long to get the watch. As soon as they were back at work, I think it took about a week after they were back at work for me to get the watch. They communicated very well, even though they were off. They let me know, what the day that they were going to get back at work and what day it would be shipped or whatnot. It was shipped to Florida, near Tampa, from the Steinhart location, which is in Steinberg, Germany. This one, I had to get the ceramic bezel. I've owned Rolex Submariners. It was later dates, mid-90s models. This watch is a gorgeous watch. It's one of the best watches in its price point. Am I saying it's the ultimate luxury watch? I'm not stating that. Is it a homage of the Rolex? I think it is. But what's wrong with that? I mean, what dive watch does not have somewhat of a resemblance to either Omega Seamaster or a Rolex Submariner? Plain and simple, those are the two top watches out there, and they sell well. Why not make one that looks similar? But this one's 42 millimeters. As you can see here inside of my manual. Sorry for the shakiness. Ocean 1 Black. It has the ETA 2824/2 movement in it. That is a Swiss movement. So far, I've not really lost much time, other than the fact that I haven't had it on the automatic winder, so that gets a bit annoying sometimes. But the watch is great. I can't really complain about the watch. The only complaint that I can say about the watch, and I took it off literally the day that I got it, is the band. Yes, it is chunky and it does make it feel more premium, but to me, it's a bit thick for the wrist. I wish it would have tapered a little bit lower towards the clasp. And the clasp itself, sorry I have it in the bag. I literally took it off the day I got it. I just didn't want it to scratch up. The clasp itself to me doesn't feel very premium, but the head of the watch seems very nice. And I have opened this watch up. The movement looks very nice, very clean. Moving the crown is very clean. The bezel has a very nice click to it. It's hard to do it one-handed. I think a nice feature, I still have the plastic on the back of this. I think a nice feature on this watch is the Poseidon in the back that's been etched in there. It's very soft to touch when it's on the wrist, so you don't necessarily feel it like you do some other watches that have an etched back to it. But for the price point, sorry, it's upside down. For the price point, I mean, you simply can't beat it for this watch. I do think I am going to sell it. I think I am going to sell it to try out the new Trident series 600 meter Christopher Ward. I can't say anything wrong about this watch, but the Christopher Ward watch is a little bit unique to itself. It has a little bit of a look of a Submariner as well as an as well as a Omega Seamaster. Not that I'm saying this watch there's anything wrong with it, but it's a bit plain for me. Should have I got the Pepsi Bezel GMT probably, or the green or blue premium? The black to me, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. The sapphire crystal and the ceramic bezel almost are seamless to the point where they almost look like they're in unison with each other. It's hard to see it in the video. But one thing I would have liked is the numbers actually engraved in the bezel. Certain lights, if there's a lot of sun on the bezel, the numbers are almost, you can hardly see them, which to me, I'm not a big fan of. I like to actually see the numbers. I think it would look nice if they were white, similar to the lume dots on the hour markers. The lume is decent on the watch. Let me see. I don't really have the best lighting in here, but let me see if I can get it to light up for you guys real quick. In the meantime, while we're charging the lume, you can see that I acquired a decent amount of bands for the amount of time that I've had the watch. I like it on a NATO or a Perlon strap, especially because of the band itself. Some of you guys might love the band though. It's a very chunky, nice feeling band. It's just not for me. So we'll see. Of course, while we're charging this too, it comes in the nice black Steinhart box. Premium, somewhat. I'm not gonna say it's like the best watch box I've owned. I've owned Omega and I've owned Rolex. I got to the point where I was kind of tired of spending that kind of amount on the watches, especially Rolexes, for a watch that almost looks very, I could not get it to charge properly. Yeah, it didn't really do much, but it does have a decent charge on it normally. You could check my Instagram at Watch Display. I have some lume shots from it there. But yeah, for the price, I would pick this over the Rolex Submariner any day. I mean, the Rolex Submariner, you're going to spend $8,900 on it. And it looks nearly identical. Is this a certified chronometer? No, it's not. Is it accurate? Absolutely. So that's my thoughts on it. For anybody that wants a Rolex Submariner or likes the look of the Rolex Submariner, I highly recommend this watch. And don't expect to get a Rolex. I mean, it's not the feeling of the newer reference number Rolex Submariners. I've tried those on. I've not owned the newer reference Submariners, but they feel amazing on the wrist, and the quality, you feel it. But I don't like to spend $8,900 on a watch. You know, of course, you could get them secondhand and stuff like that. But this is my review on the watch. I think it's a great watch. If anybody wants to buy this, I'm going to list it on eBay. Obviously, everything's authentic. I had an actual watchmaker open the back for me. You can't even see any marks on it whatsoever when they open the back. But yeah, if you have any other questions about the watch or any specific questions, feel free to ask me in the bottom. I have some other Rolex reviews. It's been a while since I did a review. Moved from far north all the way far south, so been doing a lot of home renovations or whatnot. But stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to do the Christopher Ward video soon if I decide to actually sell this. I'm not going to sell it just for anything, because I'm going to sell it with all these bands as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.